Hello and blessings. My name is Rama. Welcome to day 4 of Journey to Handstand. We'll begin first with our open kinetic chain wrist sequence, but I'll just mention that in this session, we will be using a wall for some handstand specific conditioning. So just make sure you have a wall available. If you need to, pause this video, take a moment to set yourself up. When you are ready, we'll begin with the feet underneath the hips, moving 2 times through each direction. Set up with the hands in that starting position, palms facing out. External rotation wrists. Exhale, reach the arms out to the side. Inhale, internal rotation. Hands coming back to their starting position. Try to match my tempo. Exhale, external arms reach. Inhale, internal. Hands coming back. Remember, squeeze the arms, biceps and triceps, keep them engaged. Forward and backward. Exhale, external, arms reaching forward. Inhale, internal, hands come back. One more time, forward and backward. Eyes closed if possible, moving up and down. Exhale, external rotation, reach the arms up. Again, ribs pulling in, squeeze the buttocks. Inhale, internal, hands coming back down. Don't get lazy with the fingers, keep them opening and closing. One more time, exhale, external, arms reaching up. Inhale, internal, hands coming back down. Moving down and up, exhale, external, hands reach down to the floor. Inhale, internal, hands coming back. Last repetition. Beautiful. Gently relax the arms. Come down to a tabletop position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. First knuckle raises. We'll really get after the wrist strength today. Start first lifting the thumbs, elbows stay straight. Shift the shoulders forward. Lift all the way up to the knuckles of the hands. Slowly fight gravity on the way down. Lifting strong. Lowering slowly with control. Keep going like that. We're aiming for 15 clean repetitions. You might notice there's a little difference in the strength that you can output when you lift through the pinky side knuckles versus lifting through the index finger side knuckles. Take a moment to notice that difference. Should be about halfway there. Everyone shift the shoulders a little more forward. Try to find a little more protraction through the scapula. Forearms should be burning a little bit by now. For 1. And relax. Beautiful. Give the hands a light shake. We'll set up for either puppy pose, butcher's block, or if you'd like to, you can also do puppy pose on a wall. So the next 60 seconds, working to find more shoulder flexion. Feel free to practice puppy on the ground, butcher's block on a set of blocks or some canes or something. Or you could reach your arms up a wall, staying roughly 2 feet away from the wall, and think about melting the chest in towards the wall. So you find the exact same puppy pose-like shape, only melting the chest in towards the wall instead of the floor. If you're working with the wall, passive puppy pose feels fantastic. And you can play with tucking the tailbone under and really working to push the arms into the wall. It's not quite as active as puppy pose on the floor, but it might feel nice. A few more moments for whichever variation you're working with. Beautiful. Wherever you are, start to gently release, and we'll make way to a plank position. Finding 60 seconds, straight arm plank. as strong as possible. Back of the heart up towards the sky. Pushing your hips a little more down towards the floor. We will be holding some side plank today, and we'll actually be combining our side plank with shoulder cars. Interesting little exercise. About 30 more seconds for our high plank. Beautiful. Preparing for the right arm. Drop your heels off toward the right side, lifting the left arm all the way up. Now you can absolutely choose to stay in your regular side plank, or you can start by reaching your left fingertips down towards the bottom edge of your mat. We start first with the left shoulder in a depressed position, then we move the arm forward through protraction. Coming all the way up towards that elevated scapular position, we rotate the hand to face upward or outward and start to gently retract at the shoulder blades, pulling everything together. You find that downward position, palm faces outward, and we reverse. I'll be doing 2 shoulder cars per side plank. So 1 more car with the right hand as the base of support. Move slowly. The tendency, if you start to combine these exercises, is to get a little sloppy in one direction. Beautiful. Switching sides. Rocking over to the left side. Right arm reaches up. Choose to stay or reach the right fingertips down towards the bottom edge of your mat. Move the right arm forward through protraction. Up to elevation, spin the palm to face out, retract at the shoulder blades, open the arm all the way. Fingers reaching again down to the bottom edge and reverse. Move slowly with your own breath. 1 more repetition with the right arm. Beautiful. Coming back to our straight arm, high plank. Stay here. Just 10 breaths. Count your own cycles. Make the breathing long and slow. Just 2 or 3 more breaths here. Beautiful. Gently start to walk your feet forward towards the top edge of your mat. Interlace the fingers by way of the lower back. Find a few moments of chest expansion. Stretching and resting. Relaxing the shoulders. Handstand sun salutations coming next with those lifted leg palm presses, just like we enjoyed on day 3. Slight bend in the knees, release your arms. Inhale, roll the body up, 1 vertebrae at a time. Chin lifting last. Remember, when we move through those lifted leg palm press, make sure the main focus is on staying elevated through the scapula. This is the most important piece of this practice. From standing, take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center, pushing the hands together strongly. Inhale, reach the arms up, open the chest. Exhale, fold forward and down, palms flat. Inhale, lift the right leg, set your hands. Exhale to stay. Inhale, shifting weight forward, find your palm press. Exhale, gently set the right foot down, find your low lunge. Inhale, step back, plank position. Exhale, down through your option. Inhale, find a gentle back bend. Exhale, downward facing. Making way forward, step, float, or fly to the top edge. When you arrive, inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, hands plant, find your position. Inhale, lifted leg, palm press. Exhale, relax the right foot down. Inhale, reach the arms forward, up, slightly back. Exhale, relax the arms alongside the body. Breath in. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up, open the chest. Exhale, forward and down, palms flat. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, hands find their position. Inhale, shifting weight forward, stay strong through the shoulders. Exhale, rock it back, left foot plants, high lunge. Inhale, back to plank position. Exhale, lower through your option. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, downward facing. Making way, top edge, step, float, or fly it up. When you arrive, inhale, lift the left leg up and back. Exhale, hands in their position. Inhale, shift weight forward. Exhale, relax the left foot. Inhale, reach the arms forward, up and back. Exhale, relax the arms alongside the body. Breath in. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, find length. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, hands to their position. Inhale, pushing the earth away, shifting weight forward. Maybe the left foot lifts. Exhale, set the right foot down. Find your lunge. Inhale, plank position. Exhale, lower through your option. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, downward facing. Floating forward, your option. When you arrive, inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, hands plant. Inhale, shift into your palm press. Exhale, set the right foot down. Inhale, reaching forward up, slightly back. Exhale, relax the arms alongside the body. Last time, breath in. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, find length. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, planting the hands. Inhale, shifting forward. Exhale, setting the left foot down, low lunge. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, hips up and back. Making your way forward, step, float, or fly it up. When you arrive, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, hands plant. Inhale, shift forward, last little palm press. Exhale, set the feet down. Inhale, reaching forward, up, slightly back. Exhale, relax the arms alongside the body. Separate the feet, take 2 breaths. Standing in stillness. Notice how you feel. Beautiful. At this point, we move into our wall conditioning. So we'll do 2 rounds of chest to wall diagonals. If you haven't already done so, there's a nice little tutorial that I've uploaded through Instagram. Watch chest to wall diagonal. It would be really helpful before you actually practice. If you are ready to practice along with me, find your wall or your living room pillar and set up with the feet just in front of the wall. Ideally, we want to position the hands 12 to 18 inches away from the wall, no farther, otherwise it's just way too challenging. We'll be holding for roughly 45 seconds. Whenever you're ready, you can walk the legs up the wall. And remember, with the chest to wall diagonal, we want to think about pushing the shoulders more towards the wall. So we open a little bit beyond 180 degrees at the shoulder, push the hips towards the wall, but don't let them touch, don't let them rest. We stay in our nice diagonal position. This is a hard handstand shape. My body always shakes when I'm here. No worries if you need to come down. Maybe you can re-enter. We have about 20 more seconds remaining. Make sure that you're elevating through the shoulders.
Gazing down towards the floor, squeezing the buttocks, squeezing the legs, and pointing the toes. 5 more seconds. With control, slowly stepping the feet down, lying down on your back, we'll get right away into hollow body tuck extensions. Think about hiding the thumbs underneath the hips if you'd like to support a little more the lower back. We start in this tucked position. Inhale, exhale, extending the legs, pulling the abdomen down to the floor. Inhale back, exhale, extend. Inhale, exhale. Keep that tempo. Make sure the neck stays relaxed. No unnecessary tension in the neck. Halfway, slow and controlled. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Rock the body forward. Second round, chest to wall diagonal. Get your hands set. Again, we want to be at least 12 inches away from the wall. Any closer and it's too easy. Any farther and it's much, much too difficult. When you're ready, walk the legs up. Time starts now. I'll mention as well that if the chest to wall diagonal is a little too difficult, if it's not working for you, you can absolutely just hold a plank position. Really, any straight arm strength-based exercise will be appropriate at this point in the class. A few more moments for the chest to wall diagonal hold. Keep squeezing the glutes, elevating the shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Come down with control. Last time moving through those hollow body extensions. Lie down on the back. Hands find their favorite position. Big inhale. Exhale, extend. Inhale. Exhale, extend. Keep the tempo. 60 seconds. So you notice that I never use music in any of my classes. I personally like to focus on the actual movements. How does my body feel while I'm going through the paces? Music can be helpful, but in many ways it pulls our mind outward, away from the sensations, away from the deeper experiences of the practice. There are some exceptions to that rule. Ideally, the movement of the body, the movement of the breath, it's the only sound the ears need to hear. Let's go 15 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Rock forward. We'll find a standing forward fold position. We'll be working with some halfway hops. The halfway hop is the prerequisite exercise for the tuck jump to handstand, straddle jump to handstand, and pike jump to handstand. This is not a full handstand entry. We're just looking to get the hips over the shoulders, tiny moment of hang time. From our standing forward fold, we would set the hands the same position we would if we were doing a palm press, only this time we're going to add a slight jump, a tiny jump, and we want to keep the shoulders elevated, just work to float the hips over the hands, finding a tiny moment of balance. Keep the shoulders elevated as you move, don't let them relax. We're going here roughly 60 seconds. That should be about 15 times. And it doesn't really matter so much what you're doing with the legs. You can see that I'm keeping my feet heavy. I'm not going into a tuck position or anything like that. Just focusing on getting the hips over the shoulders. Trusting that your fingertips are strong enough to save you from falling into a back bend. Keep going here. 15 more seconds. You notice my feet, they're not going very high at all. I'm not jumping to a big overhead position. Very small movement. 3 seconds. And finishing up. Beautiful. Setting up for hollow bati. Lie down on the back, hands underneath the hips if you'd like to work that way. Legs up to 90. We lower them as far as they will go without the lower back lifting. Add those couple of bati pumpings. Keep going. Remember, it's the movement of the navel that's important. Every exhalation, abdomen pulls down. Let's keep it up. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rock the body forward. Let's set up for one more round of those halfway hops. Get your hands in that starting position. Remember, we're looking for clean technique. It doesn't matter how many times you jump. You could jump once or twice in these 60 seconds. We're looking for clean form. When you're ready, find that little halfway hop. I would encourage you to try to lead your hips, lead your back body a little farther forward towards the fingertips than you otherwise would. It can be a little bit scary sometimes to shift weight forward to the fingertips. That's the falling zone. We don't want to fall, but we want to trust our fingers. Shift forward a little more than you think you can. Let's keep going. 15 more seconds. Ideally gazing still between the heels of the hands. Tendency is to look back towards head position 2. Keep it at the ground. Finishing up here. Beautiful. Sink the hips. Lie down. One last round. Hollow bati. Find your position. Legs to 90. Lower the legs down. 60 seconds. Let's begin our pumpings. Halfway there. Ten seconds. Keep the core strong. Keep the legs strong. Toes pointed. 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees. Rock the body forward. Setting up for crow pose. You can choose to work any variation on your crow pose. If you'd like to, you can incorporate some of those basic movement patterns, bending the elbows, shifting in a figure 8 pattern. I'm going to try working with a little air baby shift. So how you would prepare for air baby shift, if this is something that you want to practice, you would find your crow pose, and the first level, the first stage, is just working to shift the hips off to one side and set the knees back in their same position. Just walking the knees back and forth. This is the first step. For some of you, this may be accessible. You can absolutely feel free to join along. Eventually, we would also extend the opposite leg in a downward position with the hips stacked, almost like Trikonasana. And then eventually the hands start to lift. We'll keep going side to side, bend to extend, or just holding your classic crow. Another 5 breaths, guys. Beautiful. Gently setting the feet down. We'll set up for that chicken wing malasana stretch. If you'd like to work single side, right hand to the lower back, bringing the right elbow in front of the right knee. We work to keep the chest nice and tall. Feel that connection, knee pushing into arm, arm pushing into knee. If you'd like to work with both arms, you can feel free to set the other side. And then we really work to find that opposition, pushing knees actively into the arms, arms doing the same to the knees. Taking just a few more moments with the right side. If you're working just the right arm, you can switch, work with the left side now. Wherever you are, close the eyes, take deep, full breaths. Really nice. Wherever you are, start to gently release the arms. We'll straighten the legs, find a standing forward fold. Take a little chest expansion, interlace the fingers, work to bring the knuckles overhead towards the floor. If you'd like to make a self-correction, you might be able to get deeper by easing off a little bit, bending the elbows, then reaching your elbows down and gently straightening the arms, finding a deeper overhead position. Two more breaths in your fold. The next inhalation, release the arms, bend the knees, gently roll the body up one vertebrae at a time. Coming to standing, we'll work with another little basic stretch, this one to help us move more into external rotation at the shoulder. So it starts first by finding eagle arms. You can reach your arms out to the side, bring the right arm over top of the left, and work to find that classic eagle bind. You'll notice with the eagle bind, it's kind of like this knife thing going on. We want to locate the right pinky, the pinky on the right hand, and you want to grab that right pinky, or the pinky side hand, with your left hand. So we're grabbing in this way, and then we want to think about lifting the elbows, dropping the shoulders down and back, and shifting both arms off towards the right side. You should feel here that when you move your right shoulder into external rotation like this, lots of stretching you'll experience. Ideally, we want to try to keep a 90-degree angle at the working arm, my tattooed arm, my right arm. 90 degrees, no more tight, no more obtuse. 90-degree angle is what we're looking for. Obtuse, that's a good word. Beautiful. Gently release the arms, give them a light shake. Left arm coming over top of the right. We find first that typical eagle shape. Then with the right hand, grabbing the pinky side edge of the left hand. Keep 90 degrees at the left arm and gently, elbows lift, shoulders depress, pulling both hands over to the left side. Take one more full breath. When you're ready, gently release, relax the arms. A few moments McGregor style shaking. Remember this shaking, nice, comfortable, athletic stance. The movement begins in the hips and the arms just start to follow that pattern.
Remember, keep the arms as relaxed as possible. We're looking to find that whip-like motion. Again, it might be helpful to think about tapping the opposite shoulder, the chest, or maybe tapping to the middle back when the hands move behind you. 30 more seconds. Start to slow it down. Slow it down. Eventually stand with the arms still, the body still. Take a moment to express some gratitude. The things the body is capable of. Fascinating beyond belief. Take a moment to express gratitude for your own physical system, your own physical well-being, and your constant, continued physical development. Beautiful work today. I hope you've enjoyed our session. I hope to see you again for day 5 and 6. Thank you so much for watching. Om Namah Shivaya. Namaste.